So in our next bite-size how-to video for Google Meet, let's take a look at how to present and some of the changes that have happened at the end of April 2020. We'll leave the video on for now. So let's head across and you can see that we're back in Hangouts. Now, if I come down to present, it's actually going to give me a number of options. I can basically use my entire screen. So anything that happens on my screen, whatever I do, it will show. Now, there's some reasons why you might choose not to do that. It may be because, there's certain things that you don't necessarily want students to see, your sticky notes on your screen and bits and pieces like that, any kind of privacy. So you could do a specific windows. If I click window here, this is going to let me choose from windows that are available. So for example, I might go fresh paint, okay, and then we'll go share. And then I'll be sharing this window with my students. Let's just change that to an avatar. Are you going to avatar up at all? Okay, we're not really too worried about that. Right, so if I go and, don't tell me I have, oh yeah, there we go. That was taking its time. So if I go ahead and grab a brush, and now I have a whiteboard where I am demonstrating on the screen. So I can go, right, children, 9 times 9. Let's do some basic facts. First person to tell me the answer to that, hands up, and write something down in the comments below. Let's get rid of that. So literally you've got a pretty whiteboard with fresh paint, which is just a download. Okay, so I can do some painting on the screen. All right, let's head back to so I stopped sharing my screen. There's a button right down there. So that's not being shared anymore. By the way, if you are using fresh paint, make sure you dry the paint. And if I come and grab another brush, I can, mess around, whatever. Okay, that's fresh paint. So I will just pop you out of the way. Now, if I come back into, can we move you out of the way? I'll come back down here to present. And again, so if I go window, and literally anything that's in here that I can present, whether it be one of the other drawing tools. Looks like that one's crashed. So as well as being able to present a window and your entire screen, the latest change is a Chrome tab. Okay, now the thing that's really cool about that is it will actually let you choose some video and include the audio, and it is done at high quality. Okay, so if I go ahead and share, and we'll just take this out to full screen, that basically means that if I went ahead and click play, wow, that was quite loud. I don't know if you heard the audio because of Loom. Let's dial this back a little bit and let's turn that right down. So basically whatever I play here will actually play through to Loom. Okay, now because I'm using, we'll go through Google Hangouts. Because I'm actually using Loom, I don't think that's actually taking the audio at the moment, so that's not a problem. I have tested it and it does work. Okay, so those are your options in terms of presentation. I personally am a little bit of a fan of, how are we going to, oh yeah, so here's our stop button up here, so that will stop me presenting that tab. And let's just go back to Google Meet. I'm actually kind of a bit of a fan myself of keeping the chat and maybe the audio going in Hangouts and actually having the students open up a Google Slide or a Jamboard, or maybe even just something else that they can all be in working together and see things happening dynamically on their screen. What I haven't tested out yet is to see how that works at a Chromebook. So that's something that I'll give a little bit of thought to and see, even though I like the idea, is it actually plausible? And is it possible? There's also the whole asynchronous form of teaching, and that would be where you do something like I'm doing now, where you record something as a Loom and then present it to students. And the great thing with a Loom is that they can rewind and pause, etc. Of course, one thing that I can do, and this is extra bonus, and my soundbite is going a little bit longer, is I can actually record this so that students can actually play it back later And maybe you may even choose to use it as a behavioral thing. I'm not entirely sure. There we go. Maybe I should be hanging that up. That's our soundbite. It's gone a little bit longer than I planned, but there it is.